This is unbelievable.
Do it.
Did you say it?
Yeah, quickly.
No, that's the...
Quick. Hello, today we're going to talk about the origins of marijuana and Surgeon General's wanting it decriminalized. Alright, so there has been for a while a question as to where marijuana even started or where it came from, and there wasn't ever really a general consensus around where that was. I mean, I guess it was considered to be somewhere in Asia for sure, and it was thought to be somewhere in Central Asia. However, now we have a study that has come out that's kind of given a much more specific area than Central Asia, and actually Central Asia is not even where it's coming from. It's coming from northwestern China, which is technically Eastern Asia. And they have found that all of the strains of marijuana that we have now, which are just so many, they have all come from one domesticated strain. And even the wild ones now, they've all come from one region in China, which is kind of wild to think about. Apparently there were other wild strains, but they have all kind of become extinct because they were not cared for as much as this one strain that started in northwestern China and then moved to Europe and the Middle East. And once it moved to the Europe and Middle East, that's where people started to use it for getting high. Before then, which was around 12,000 BC, I'm sorry, not 12,000 BC, 10,000 BC. Before then, people were just using it for fiber and medicine. They were just using it because it was good for you. It wasn't until about 4,000 years ago when they started to use it just to get high. And that's when it just, exponentially grew in popularity all around the world too. It's a fascinating question to think, why did this plant even evolve into something that makes people high? Like what is the nature of something like that? And there is actually a book that just came out by Michael Pollan called Your Mind on Plants. I think it's called that. I haven't read it, but I listened to an interview where he was talking about this exact thing. Why do plants evolve, or why do mushrooms evolve to give you that sensation? And one of his theories is that marijuana makes you high so that you forget where it is. You forget where you planted it or where it is in the woods or whatever, the forest, and you then have a harder time going and kind of taking all of it. So it's in a way a defense mechanism, which is a fascinating thing to think about.
Wow, she's eating pizza on the street, just like me.
Hey, he's got a pizza too. Yeah, we're breaking convention.
Gotta respect it. Big respect.
If I'm hungry, I'm gonna have a taste. This guy knows what I'm talking about.
She's gonna have indigestion. I'm gonna have indigestion. I'll give her a little wave.
Oh, he's giving me a wave. I should give him a little wink. Hope he doesn't take it the wrong way. Nah, he knows it's a pizza wink.
Oh yeah, little pizza wink. Classy. I'm on cloud 9. This is lovely.
Second story is a quick one, but showing one more step towards the larger goal of federal decriminalization. As we said before, Biden has yet to really say anything himself about whether or not he believes in this bill or even is considering it. But the Surgeon General, Dr. Vivek Murthy, who has kind of been in the news recently for saying that Facebook is killing people, or I guess Biden said that, but he's on that same side. He has come out to say that cannabis, he doesn't see a need for it to be something outlawed. When asked about incarcerating people because of marijuana, this is what he says. He says, "I don't think that serves anybody well, but I do think that in terms of our approach to marijuana, I worry that when we don't let science guide our process in policymaking, and as Surgeon General, that's my role, is to work with policymakers, to work with members in the community and the general public to help people understand what science tells us and where you have gaps, to fill those gaps with research and with honest inquiry." Right at the very top is really kind of what we're interested in, is that he says he doesn't think that incarcerating people serves anybody well, which is amazing to think that is newsworthy for someone to say that. But it is, and the fact that he is on the side of decriminalization is probably going to help Biden at least get to that step, and maybe we'll see him kind of completely come around to the other side by the end of this first term. Here's hoping. That's all for today. I'm going to be at the beach the rest of the week, so I'll see you next week. Take care.